Have you ever had a pet with a special talent? If so, what was it? Well, I'm Cynthia, and today I'm going to tell you about a dog with an amazing talent and dog tags Semper Fido by Alexander London. When Gus Dempsey joins the U.S. Marine Corps, he'll know and make a great dog handler because he's always been great with dogs. In fact, he's better with animals than people. But when his dog Loki acts more like a pet than the well-trained bomb-sniffing Marine that he's supposed to be, Gus has second thoughts. However, once Gus and Loki deploy to Afghanistan, they have no choice but to work together because in war, getting along with each other will be a matter of life or death. Will they get through in one piece? Literally? You can find dog tags Semper Fido in Fiction LON.
Have you ever wondered where the stars in the sky came from? Have you ever wanted to explore the moon like Armstrong and Aldrin? If you said yes to both of these questions, then I have a book for you. Eyewitness Astronomy will show you the mysteries of the world's oldest science, from constellations to moon rocks. Want to learn about Neptune and beyond? Go to page 58. Want to learn about the birth and death of stars? Go to page 62. I really loved this book because it showed me many new diagrams and other new discoveries I have never known about before. If you would like to check out this book, then you can moonwalk over to Nonfiction 520 LIP.
One battle, two sides, no easy choices. It's 1945 and the world is in the grip of World War II. Grenade by Alan Gratz is about two very young men. One is a Marine and the other is a 14-year-old Japanese boy named Hideki, who lives with his family on an island near Japan. On April 1st, 1945, he's taken from his home, drafted into the Blood and Iron Student Corps, given 2 hand grenades, and told to go kill American soldiers. He doesn't really want to kill anyone. He just wants to return to his family. But his struggle across the island will bring him face to face with Ray, a young American Marine in his very first battle. And the choice Hideki makes will change both their lives forever. This is a very dramatic, unforgettable story about the things that tear us apart and tie us together. You can find Grenade in Fiction GRA.
Hey Book Bunch fans, it's me, Cohen. Today I'm here to tell you about a new I Survived book called I Survived the Attack of the Grizzlies, 1967. It's about an 11-year-old girl named Melody Vega and her family. Melody's family goes to Glacier National Park every year. It has always been a place where she can forget her troubles. But this year is different. Her mother has passed away, and every moment in the park is a heartbreaking reminder of the past. When Melody comes face to face with a mighty grizzly bear, her only thoughts is one of survival. She will soon be a part of the most tragic seasons in the history of our national parks. You can find I Survived the Attack of the Grizzlies in Fiction TAR. If you like historical fiction or I Survived stories, this is the book for you.
The Alex Rider Adventure is a series of spy novels by Anthony Horowitz, which feature a teenage spy named Alex Rider who joins the British intelligence service MI6 after the death of his uncle. The series begins with Stormbreaker, and today I'm here to tell you about Never Say Die, the 11th book in the series, 5 weeks after the events of Scorpio Rising. Alex is living in San Francisco, slowly recovering from the death of someone who is super close to him. Murdered by terrorists, Alex feels alone and lost, but after he receives a 3-word email, Alex thinks that his friend might actually still be alive. As Alex searches for him, the pieces of a dangerous puzzle start to emerge. Will Alex ever find his long-lost best friend? Along the way, he will encounter new enemies who are nothing like anyone he has ever battled before. If you haven't started the exciting series, be sure to check out Book 1, Stormbreaker. And books 12 and 13 are scheduled to be released next year, and the Alex Rider movie will be opening in 2020. You can find the Alex Rider books in Fiction HOR.
Have you ever wondered what it was like to be in a natural disaster? Hey Book Bunch fans, I'm here to tell you about an awesome book called I Survived the Children's Blizzard, 1888, by Lauren Tarshis. The main character, an 11-year-old named John Hale, had already survived one life-or-death situation from a Dakota winter.
Now in 1888, he is about to experience one of America's deadliest blizzards. The storm of 1888 was a tragedy, a frozen hurricane that slammed into America's Midwest without warning. Within a few hours, hundreds of people would be dead and thousands more terrified, lost, and freezing. John is trapped in the blinding snow, the wind pounding like a giant hammer. Will he ever find his way home? If you enjoy historical fiction or realistic fiction, this book is really for you. You can find I Survived the Children's Blizzard 1888 in Fiction TAR.
Hello, Geddies. I've got a nonfiction assortment for you today. First of all, whether you're already into bow fishing or want to learn about it for the first time, you might want to take a look at Bowfishing by Jason Porterfield. This is a pretty comprehensive volume that covers safety and sportsmanship, bow fishing basics and equipment, what to do with your catch. Hint, like once you've shot a fish with an arrow at 300 feet per second, there's no throwing it back, okay? And how bow fishing affects the environment. You can find Bowfishing in Nonfiction 639.2 POR. So, when you're out bow fishing, you never know what you might find under the water, like maybe a lost civilization. Enduring Mysteries, Atlantis, explores the myths and legends around the island that's supposedly at the bottom of the Mediterranean Sea, the Atlantic Ocean, the North Sea, or under Antarctica, depending on which legend you believe. Like Bigfoot, the Yeti, and Area 51, Atlantis is one of those enduring mysteries that will always be fun to read and think about. Learn about Atlantis in Nonfiction 398 KAR. Of course, you'll want to look for Atlantis or ride to your favorite fishing spot in style. So why not check out the Range Rover SV Autobiography LWB? I had to look up the LWB thing. It means long wheelbase. And I also found out that the starting price is just $178,000. At that price, why not buy two? You can get one for weekdays and one for weekends. Or get one just for bow fishing, since dead fish can be kind of stinky. You can find Range Rover SV Autobiography, which, by the way, I think is a totally weird name for a car, in Nonfiction 629.2 PID.
When you think about molasses, you might think about an ice cream topping, or maybe as saying, slow as molasses. You probably aren't thinking about a disaster when 2 million gallons of molasses poured out like a tsunami at 35 miles per hour, flooding streets, crushing buildings, and killing or injuring nearly 200 people. Well, today, I'm going to be telling you about the book I Survived the Great Molasses Flood, 1919, by Lauren Tarshish. This novel tells the story of the disaster from the point of an Italian girl named Carmen, who came to America 4 years earlier with her father. Caught in the flood, Carmen must fight for her life, the life she and her father have built together in America. I loved this book because it's related to a real-life story. Just the way the story is retold is great. If you like I Survived books or historical fiction, then this is a great choice for you. You can find I Survived the Great Molasses Flood, this book, in Fiction TAR.
There's a question that John just can't stop thinking about. What happened to Charlie? My name is Alex, and today I'll be telling you about a new Friends of Freddy's book called The Fourth Closet by Scott Calton and Kara Bree Risley. John wants to forget all the horror he had to go through working at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, but things like that aren't that easy to forget. All the while, a new pizzeria is opening in Hurricane, leaving behind a lot of missing children. Join John's adventure as he figures out what happened to Charlie and what his father is really like. You can find The Fourth Closet in Fiction CAW.
Hey Book Bunch fans, I'm here to tell you about Sunny, another amazing book in the track series by Jason Reynolds. Sunny Lancer is a winner. As the best runner in the 1600-meter race, Sunny can easily beat anyone else. But for Sunny, winning is actually boring. The truth is, he's never liked running. He loves dancing. To him, dancing beats a boring track race any day. But there's a problem. Sonny loves his team, so he can't quit. He also can't stay on a track team and not run. If Sonny lets loose everything he's been holding inside, will he make the best moves ever, or will this be his biggest misstep ever? This is the third book in the Jason Reynolds Amazing Track series. It is about a fast but fiery group of kids who have a lot to prove to one another and themselves. If you're interested in this book, then you should read Sonny and the first 2 books in the track series. You can find them in Fiction REY.
Hey Book Bunch fans! I'm here to tell you about a great new book called Crowfeather's Trial by Aaron Hunter, the author of the Warriors series. In this super edition, number 11, Wind Clan warrior Crowfeather is struggling to forgive the clanmates that betrayed him in the battle with the Dark Forest. Wind Clan's leader, One Star, is determined to forgive, forget, and put the terrors of the Dark Forest behind them. However, tension is brewing among Crowfeather's fellow warriors, and when the clan is put in terrible danger from a traitor on the inside, Crowfeather must overcome his greatest doubts and fears to protect his people. This book is great for any fans of the Warriors series, as well as Percy Jackson or the Inheritance Cycle. You can find Crowfeather's Trial in Fiction HUN.
Hey y'all, Abby here. I'm here to tell you about the 4th book in the Serafina series, Serafina and the 7 Stars by Robert Beatty. Serafina, the guardian of Biltmore Estate, has won battle after battle against the dark forces intruding her home. Now peace has returned to Biltmore, and Serafina doesn't trust it. She patrols the grounds night and day, barely sleeping, uncertain of her place after her best friend, Braden Vanderbilt's departure to boarding school in New York. When Mr. Vanderbilt, the master of Biltmore, asks Serafina to move upstairs into one of the many rooms, she sure is to keep an eye on the guests who have arrived for the estate's annual hunt. But as Serafina investigates, she becomes more and more unsettled by what Biltmore has become, a place haunted by nameless terrors where no dark corridor is safe. Even worse, she begins to doubt her own senses. Is Braden really hundreds of miles away, or did he return to Biltmore for one strange night before vanishing? Is the bond between them truly broken, or is it stronger than ever? Then Serafina witnesses a crime that turns her world upside down. How can all that once seemed good and worthy of protection now be evil? How can she guard those around her when she can't even be sure of the truth of her own heart? This is an awesome book, and I loved reading it, and so should you. So go check out Serafina and the 7 Stars in Fiction under BEA.
Hey Book Bunch fans! Oh, I started too early.
Oh, no, it's okay. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, but give it a...
Hey Book Bunch fans! I'm here to tell you about the Renegades trilogy by Marissa Myers.
It's about
The fine line between the gray area between superheroes and villains. It's a great series,
really good.
and we love it. Oh, Aiden. We love this series so much, and you should totally go check it out. You can find it in Fiction under MEY.
Hey Book Bunch fans, we're here to tell you about this amazing new series called the Renegades Series. Trilogy.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Series is just as great. Hey Book Bunch fans, we're here to tell you about this amazing new series called the Renegades Series. It's super good.
Oh my gosh, I love this series. It's so amazing. Like, I cried like 5 times,
Yeah,
guys.
if you're very emotional, you will cry very, very, very much.
okay. Just listen. It's really, really good, and you'd really love it. Please.
Hey Book Bunch fans, we're here to tell you about the amazing series called the Renegade Series by Marissa Meyer.
It's like an amazing book. It's basically about the gray area between superheroes and villains, and basically what's going to happen when they collide.
What?
Superheroes are all the rage in this town.
Wait.
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy. Hey Book Bunch fans, we're here to tell you about the amazing series called the Renegade Series by Marissa Meyer.
You really have to read this. It's like really, really good.
It's basically about
Superheroes?
Nova.
Superheroes!
She's basically a
Superheroes! How can you not read it? Let's be honest.
There is a love triangle. Oh my
The
gosh!
description between good and evil is kind of blurry, and it's kind of uncertain to tell who's good and who's bad.
This is one of the most incredible series I've ever read.
It made us laugh, cry, and it made us want so much more.
If you cannot handle emotional stress, then you do not need to read this book because I cried like almost 10 times. Just fair warning.
If you want to check out this book, you can find it in Fiction, MEY.